Could this be the beginning of the end for the NPFL? Let's look at the Magic 8 Ball and see what it has to say.
Ah, signs point to yes. Ironic enough.
This story begins when the NPFL announced they were going to cancel day one of their makeup tournament on Lake Murray in South Carolina due to forecasted high winds. The winds were going to be sustained around 20 with gusts to 40, so they decided to call day one off. Now, during the unscheduled day off, NPFL angler Doug Chapin made the following video. It was satire made from a protective cove, trying to make it look like the conditions weren't so bad.
Well, guys, it's day one here at Lake Murray for the last event of the year. And day one has been canceled due to inclement weather. As you can see, it's really blowing out there. I can barely even get close enough to the water without my feet getting wet from all the choppy waves and stuff. But hopefully tomorrow it's not blowing as hard as it is right now, and it's not like sprinkling or whatever, so I don't really want to get wet tomorrow either. But hopefully things are better tomorrow and we can get out on the water. It'd be pretty hard to run around out there right now, I would say.
Now, I've heard from several different anglers that there was a second video in the works. One that showed the conditions were truly that bad and that actually backed the decision to cancel day one. However, before that second video could be made, things took a drastic turn. See, 10 to 12 anglers had sat down at a local joint to have breakfast. This place is called the Bakon Southern Eatery, and it's there in Chapin, South Carolina. Out of nowhere, Brad Fuller, president and tournament director of the NPFL, comes in the doors, reportedly yelling profanities, and demands to speak with Doug Chapin outside. After only a couple of minutes, Doug Chapin returns inside to rejoin his group. But according to police reports, only a couple of minutes later, Brad Fuller re-enters the establishment, this time flanked by his wife, both yelling profanities, and a huge scene occurs. It's reported that at several points during the confrontation, Fuller can be heard telling Chapin that he's going to F him up. But at some point in there, his attention is drawn to another angler sitting with them, Michael Yoder. Well, he tells Michael Yoder he's going to F him up too. Michael stands up from the table, the two get chest to chest, and the confrontation grows. It's at this point that waitstaff intervenes, separating the two parties, informing the Fullers that they're not going to be served and they need to leave. When they initially refuse, waitstaff then requests folks to call 911. By the time the police show up, the Fullers are long gone. However, law enforcement makes contact with the Fullers later that same day. It's at this point, Brad Fuller, tournament director and president of the National Professional Fishing League, is informed he is being charged with 1 count of disorderly conduct and 1 count of simple assault. Another very unfortunate side effect of this whole event is that neither Doug Chapin or Michael Yoder will be fishing this event. Instead, they both decided to return home. And all this coming on the heels of a crazy 2024 for the NPFL. One that saw a very contentious Zoom meeting between Fuller and his anglers, the controversial rescheduling of what would be this very tournament, the end of forward-facing sonar, well, kind of a weird open letter / article thing he did, and rumors of them not being able to field a full field in 2025. And what's even crazier? This is probably not the end of this story. So please stay tuned to this channel for any late-breaking developments. As soon as I get them, I'll get them on to you. I want to thank each and every single one of you for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to get back to recovery from my surgery, and my back is screaming. But until next time we meet, you know the drill. Get out there in the water and keep it wet.
Yo, it's a real tackle, let's get to the facts. I don't sugarcoat nothing, I'm spitting the max. You think I'm holding back? Nah, I better step back. I'm dropping lines like